If you live chronically ill, then you probably know the feeling of looking at your to-do list and feeling completely defeated. This is something I've dealt with so many times in my 10 years of living chronically ill. I have multiple chronic illnesses, lots of pain, and I'm not able to live a typical life. My to-do list gets piled up, I feel overwhelmed, and then I have a flare and I can't do anything. It is so frustrating. So today I wanted to share some tips on how to get things done even when you feel too sick and tired. I'm Amy Esther. I live with multiple chronic illnesses. I run an online community for people who live chronically ill where we fight the mental battle that comes with chronic illness. So that is linked below if you would like to join us. So I first want to start out by saying that it makes complete sense why this would feel so difficult. So remind yourself that it's actually normal to feel this way, to feel stressed and overwhelmed that you're not able to do something. Our brains are designed to want to get stuff done. They are designed to want to be productive. I think most people in the world would agree that after you've done something productive, you feel emotionally better. You feel good about yourself, you feel more confident, you feel proud of yourself. And that is how our brains are designed. So of course, when you're not able to do those things, it's gonna be really, really difficult to feel good about yourself, to feel happy and joy in this trial. But healing isn't about working harder, but finding what works best for your brain and your body. The first thing I want you to try to do is pre-decide what success means to you. Oftentimes, we are taught that success means checking off the to-do list, accomplishing big things, it's making money, getting a lot of things done. Does it mean you've done the best you can that day? Does it mean that you have loved yourself for the things that you were able to accomplish? Does it mean that you are kind to other people and to yourself? Does it mean that you accomplish one thing on your to-do list? You get to decide what that is. Number 2 is to pick one non-negotiable task. Pick the thing that feels the heaviest to you, and that is the thing you're going to get done today. Just the one thing. That's all you need to do. If it's dishes piling up, that is the one thing that's gonna get done today. I am gonna figure out how to get my dishes done. Everything else can wait. Is it that you're running out of food and you have to get some grocery shopping done? I'm going to do a grocery pickup order. That's the one non-negotiable thing I'm gonna do. First of all, you're gonna feel better just getting started and doing something. And also it'll help put your priorities in order. Oftentimes, things that aren't important are at the top of my to-do list. Well, guess what? It's okay sometimes that you only use paper plates. It's okay sometimes that you wash the laundry and you leave it in a pile and your family has to dig through to find the clothes that they want to wear. There are some things that really is not that big of a deal, and our brains think it is a big deal. It makes me a bad person or a bad mom or husband or whatever if I don't do this thing. And none of that's true. That's just our brain making stuff up. All right, number 3 is the tiny task method. I do this in my community every single time we have a live call, multiple times a week. Come join us if you want to do it with us. We pick a small task to do together. Number 4 on my list is actually that we're going to be body doubling. So that is something I highly recommend, which is where you watch someone do a task and it feels like you're doing it together. In my online community, we combine doing a 5-minute task and body doubling at the same time, where in our live calls, we pick some sort of task we want to do, and it's how we start every call. Maybe you're cleaning up a little bit around you, maybe you're organizing your emails, maybe you're catching up on text messages or calling a friend back. Whatever it is, we take 5 minutes to do a tiny task. This is life-changing because it gets you going. It reminds you, you don't have to do it all. You can just get started. You could just do 5 minutes, because guess what? 5 minutes is better than 0 minutes. And I don't care what excuse you have or what excuse my brain brings. 5 minutes is always better than 0 minutes. Our emotional brains kick in and they tell us, I may as well just not do anything. Get started. Sometimes you get started and you end up realizing, oh, I can do this. I was just really overwhelmed, even though physically I was able to accomplish the task. And other times, physically you're not able to do more than 5 minutes. You do the 5 minutes, feel proud of yourself for getting up and doing something. And you notice you can get way more done in 5 minutes than you ever could have imagined. Going back to body doubling, join the community. We get body doubling every week. But I love watching a YouTube video of somebody cleaning their house. Sometimes my husband will help me body double and he'll say, hey, I will work on the dishes while you sweep the floors. There's something about doing it with someone else that feels empowering. You can get so much more done when you have a little bit of help. Number 5 is to have a low energy productive basket. I keep one by my bed in the drawer next to my bed. I have books, journals, pencils, things I can do that are productive from my bed. And there are times where even writing with a pencil is so exhausting, but I also have a laptop charger, a phone charger, and I try to find something productive even from my bed. It could be journaling, planning for the next day. It could be that I am reading something educational. This is something I've been trying to do a lot more of instead of just listening or watching mindless media. I've been trying to consume things that are more educational so I feel like I'm learning something and my brain is at least moving, because that also makes me feel a little more productive. Number 6 is to plan in energy blocks instead of time blocks. This is something that I have done a lot, is do time blocking, where a certain time in my day is where I typically clean, a certain time in my day is where I typically will get a little work done, a certain time of the day is when I homeschool my kids, and that does work. But when you're ill and you don't know how you're going to feel, that is also so difficult. So I've started combining that with energy blocking. And by that I mean, when I am having a little bit higher of energy levels, I get my higher energy tasks done. My tendency is to look around my house, see it as a disaster of all these different things, and follow the same routine. Start with the dishes, and I get the counters wiped off, and then I get the floors clean, and then I start moving around in this similar pattern. But the truth is, there are days where I'm kind of medium energy and I could do the dishes. I could sit on a chair and get my dishes done, where when I have higher energy, I might want to do some of those tasks that are more difficult for me to do. So I'm not wasting my higher energy times on tasks I could do at a lower energy time. But it might be smart, if you have a to-do list, to categorize it into energy chunks. Which ones are going to take the most of your energy and which ones are going to be the least energy. If there is one thing you get from this video, it is that you can do something. Even if you're in bed, you can listen to an educational audiobook. Even if you have very limited energy, you can go put one dish in the dishwasher. What if you just did one thing, one small step forward? You're gonna get so much more done. You're going to get past that mental battle of this is too hard, I can't do this thing. The point is to just get yourself up and realize that you can do something. My challenge for you is to pick one task that feels heavy, hard, overwhelming, and take the next 5 minutes and try to get it done. And if you need this motivation more, please come join our online community. We have classes every single week. We have live coaching calls where you can bring any question that you have. We talk about the mental side of chronic illness. How do we deal with it? How do we keep going? How do we be more productive when life is so hard? All of that is in the community. It's only $9 a month. Trust me, you will not regret it.